Hey y'all, so on today's video, really I just have a bunch of stuff to plant. So I am just going to get to it and I'm going to show you everything that's back behind me on the ground. All of this stuff is going to go out in the backyard and it's been sitting here for a while. You know, we've been traveling, we've had a lot of things going on, so I haven't quite gotten to it. So I'm going to get all of that stuff placed and then I'll show you the boxwoods that we got for the project that I spoke about in the last video. I don't think that we are going to get the boxwoods done today, but we will get them done this week. So once I get the boxwoods in and I get all of this stuff behind me that I'm about to show you planted, then we will do a garden tour. Why don't I just go ahead and turn around and show you the plants that we're gonna get in the ground today. Okay, so these are all of the plants that are going to go in the ground today, minus this lamb's ear and the little dwarf bunny grass. So the little dwarf bunny grass is just two extras that I had from up front, so I'll probably end up finding a place up front to stick those because I have none of that in the back. And then I have right here Helen Von Stein lamb's ear. So I had a lamb's ear up front near the street that was just really struggling, and I don't actually think it's going to make it. I cut it back and I just don't think it's going to make it. So I'm going to just replace that. We have some pomelo right here. It's a really pretty color. It's that violet color that I really like. Let's see here. What are the zones? 4 to 9, grows 18 to 20 inches tall and wide. So that I think will be pretty. It also smells good. It has like a little bit of a spicy flavor to it almost. I don't know. I can't put my thumb on exactly what it smells like, but it smells really good. I have a lot of pentas that I referred to in the previous video. I'm not sure exactly what varieties these pentas are, but they're that pretty kind of violet fuchsia color that I like. And they are going to go in some pots that are over there by the back door. I've been slow to get some of that done, but they're going to match the pots that are the pentas that are in the hanging baskets over there. I have this allium right here. It is lavender bubbles, and this is going to go back in the back as well. Zones 4 through 8, pair with Russian sage, stone crop, etc. I just really like allium, so we're going to incorporate some more of that in the back, and I already have some back there. And then this Everillo carex right here to mirror this side. I need one right here. This is going to get filled with potting soil, and one of these boxwoods are going to go in them. So I've got to figure out, the reason I don't think I'm going to get the boxwood project done today is because I need to figure out what I'm going to do with these and where I'm going to transplant them. So all of these, minus one that's going to go in that pot, are going to go here, and I'll be trimming them in a square hedge over time. I have all of these autumn ferns that need to go in this bed. I'm going to just kind of pop them throughout, and there's one right there already here, and there's one right on the other side as well. So we'll get that just kind of popped in and out of there. There's some over there. And then I just got the call that the nursery got all of the halcyon hostas that I ordered in, so I'll go pick those up this week. This blue fescue, I'm really excited about this because I needed something that was a blue color that was pretty tough, that could take some sun. So the stats on this are sun, well draining soil, of course, and then zones 4 through 8, 12 to 18 tall and wide. So I've never planted this exact variety before, and so I'm excited about that. I have some yarrow here. Yarrow is easy, drought tolerant, new vintage violet. Never planted that exact variety before. And then, so I went to Breck's today, which is not far from our house. It's a local garden center. And they had all of this yarrow and this bee balm. This is, I think, Be Mine Pink. Yeah, Be Mine Pink Monarda, aka bee balm. And let me see what the stats are exactly on this. Zones 4, hardy to zone 4. Don't know the exact stats as far as tall and wide, but anyways, it's bee balm, and they are at Breck's doing buy 2 perennials, get 1 free. So I snagged these, and I'm gonna pop them in the landscape as well. The bee balm might go back in the raised beds where the bees are. We will see. And then I got this fiddle leaf fig. I really like fiddle leaf figs. I have one on the front porch. And then I have this fiddle leaf fig back here. And every time I do a video and I show this section, we've been meaning to get this painted for a very long time. It's just fallen behind on the list of things to do. Eventually we'll get that done along with some of that conduit. Is that what it's called? But anyways, this fiddle leaf fig, so it looks a little bit rough right now, but I'm getting ready to cut all of these leaves off. I've been chopping and topping this fiddle leaf for a couple years now to get it in tree form, and I really am trying to get the base of this fiddle leaf pretty big. And honestly, it's pretty decent size at this point, so I'm just gonna keep it going. And probably, I bet 2 weeks ago, I topped it again. You can see new growth there. You can see some right here. New growth right there. But the more you top, say fiddle leaf figs like this, the thicker and stronger you can get the trunk. And if you're going for tree form, this gets slight overhead sun, not hot afternoon sun, but it does get some overhead sun, and this thing goes crazy. Like, it'll be to that window up over that canopy if I let it go throughout the summer and don't top it again. So undetermined on that. I'm not sure if I'm going to top it or not, but we'll see. I kind of want to let it expand a little bit probably this summer and get it looking really good before I top it again going into the winter time. Okay, so I will be getting this fiddle leaf planted as well. I have these pots, which are growing weeds currently. These are great pots because these are plastic, and I've linked these before, and I've linked the roller caddy with these. So this is what I use for big plants that need to be overwintered inside. I can put the roller on this, and then we can just roll it in and out of the carriage house in the back and overwinter it in there. Makes it really easy. But yeah, that is the list of to-dos. So hopefully I can get all of this done. It's already like 4:45 in the afternoon. So I'm just going to get all of this stuff placed and then get after planting. All right, so I'll take you over here and we'll get a look at the placement. So why I got an odd number of the fescue, it's a great question because I could use another one right there. It can take full sun though, so it should do pretty well. I've planted some iris right here, and I don't know if I'm gonna pull that up, or actually I shouldn't say I planted that, I transplanted that iris. I would really like that right in front of this peony, but I might not even bother with digging it up because it is a pretty purple lavender park iris. Added some more here. This gets morning sun, about 6 hours of sun this gets, so it'll get some afternoon shade. It should do well there. I put the lavender bubbles allium here. Their mature height is 12 to 18, so these are their mature size. So that's what those will look like. I'm going to keep those boxwoods trimmed up tight. If you've watched and been following along for a while, I've been trying to really trim up those boxwoods to get them much tighter, and I'm not going to allow them to get much bigger than that. I have an artichoke back there that should get roughly 5 by 5, hoping. It's put on quite a bit of growth since I planted it. So this is phlox right here. It's really pretty. I'm gonna let that go to bloom. And these are some Siberian iris that I really like. They're a really pretty purple, so I'm going to leave those as well. And then I'm tucking the yarrow in over here. I'll probably spread this out just a little bit more. And I've popped another yarrow there, and then some will be flanking this rock. I put this other barberry back there in the corner. I really considered planting those alliums along the back right there, but I don't know. I could probably get some more to plant kind of around that barberry, so we'll see how that ends up going. This back does for sure need something. I still have a lot of planting to do back here, and over time I will just continue to kind of fill things in here and there. I'm gonna pop those right there because I think this backdrop over here needs some blue. These are again Lavender Park irises that since we've lived here that I haven't seen bloom, so I need to dig these up and split them and place them in a position that has more sun. And so I'll probably try to tuck in some of that same fescue. I need to go get more, obviously. I'll try to probably tuck it into this border a little bit, but it gets morning sun, so I think the fescue should do okay there. And then I've popped 3 right here. I won't plant them too close to the edging because I don't want Tommy to have to weed eat the grass itself. The fescue, well, it's both fescue. The blue fescue, I don't want him to have to weed eat it. I don't want it to be like this harsh line along the edging. Again, another globe artichoke. I think it's a globe. Anyways, and then tucked these right here. So this area is a little bit hard to plant because of roots, so I opted to put those in. They're much smaller and more manageable. I think an allium would look pretty good back there. This gets quite a bit of afternoon sun, but you can see it's kind of got some dappled shade in there as well. And I'm still just really unsure about what I'm going to do here. I did pop this peony in here because I needed to get it into the ground. There's some more iris that could be transplanted. I think that this is, let's see, I think that this is a different plant. I think that there's a golden barberry in here, and I think down, if we split this up, I think it's a totally different plant. So I'm going to remove that red rocket barberry because I do not like that. But this is a really established barberry right here, and this gets a lot of afternoon sun, and the boxwoods could definitely take it back here. Obviously they can take it, but I don't know if I want too much formality along this fence because I would have to do the same thing over here, in my opinion, and boxwoods are very expensive. So I might live with the barberries this year and then see if potentially next year I may want to put a boxwood hedge there, because I'm going to have the boxwood hedge over in front of the carriage house, and then I have the boxwood hedge that's over there underneath the kitchen window where the window box is. So we will see. It's already too late in the season to plant a boxwood hedge here if I wanted to. This gets harsh afternoon sun, and so that will be a decision for next year. But I'm just going to get all of this stuff planted really quick. I will be fertilizing everything with plant tone with the exception of the yarrow.
on here.
Okay. All right, so we got most everything done with the exception of the pentas. I didn't get those in, but those, again, those are just annuals that are going in some pots. So that will be super simple, quick, and easy. But yeah, let me just turn around and show you what we got done today. So the pentas there, again, we'll be getting some more HISEA and hostas to tuck in here. I'll probably tuck them in multiple places, and I will probably be getting some purple accents to stick in here as well, some purple coral bells or heuchera, but I'll probably end up getting those next spring. But got all of these autumn ferns planted here. I went with the smaller containers for this area around this tree because these roots are just everywhere and it's really hard to dig in this area. Got the boxwood planted over here. Got the grass planted, the carex, and then over here I'm really happy with how this turned out. I really like the pops of blue with that fescue. It makes me happy, and I think I'm going to need probably a couple, at least couple, maybe 3 over here, maybe a couple more to flank this side of the rock as well. But it adds some of that blue that was missing back here. And it's a tough plant for us, so should do well. Got the lavender bubbles allium planted here. We should get more of that blue accent color with that artichoke that's back there behind the Tough Stuff hydrangea, which is right there. This is just a really, really crisp bluish gray color. It's, I don't know if you can really see it in this video, but it's really blue. Some of the bluest hues of blue in plants that I've seen. So I'll probably get a couple more for over here as well. But we got the yarrow tucked in here. Got the barberry tucked in back there. Yarrow, there's another one on that back side, and some more fescue. So I will give a tour back here once I get it weeded. That will probably be, again, maybe next week's video or something like that. But just really happy with everything. But while I'm back here, I just can't help. I have thinned out this amaranthus like crazy. This stuff is going insane. I cut one back here. It was huge. I have to have a better method next year of making sure the wind doesn't blow around the amaranthus seed. This is huge, and it was shading all of these cosmos, and these cosmos were struggling. So I was like, I have to do something to thin these out, and I'm certain that if probably I had 2 amaranthus at this rate with how big these things are, then I'd probably be good for cut flower arrangements. But let me flip around my camera to the front side. Let me show you how tall this is. I'm 5'5", and our raised beds are just a foot tall. So they're not far off the ground in the raised bed. So quite a bit taller than me. If I read the package correctly, I didn't read that it would get this tall. I know amaranthus can get this tall, but I was thinking, and the variety right now evades me, but I was thinking that I got one of the shorter varieties. I don't know. Anyways, we have some very large amaranthus. So note to self for next year's raised beds, amaranthus, I don't even need 2 varieties probably just 1, and they will get their own bed. But that is all that I have for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you wouldn't mind, please like and subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next video. Bye.